Welcome back to WagerTalk.com NFL action. We're going to take a look at the New Orleans Saints as they travel to Green Bay. It's going to be Preston's best bet. Brian, I'm going to kick it to you first. This game, the Westgate here in Las Vegas, for people that don't know, they put out what is called the NFL look-ahead lines. They post them the week before the games. This week's games are played. You can look at lines for next week and you can bet them. Before last week's games, the Green Bay Packers were minus 6.5 to the Saints. Now, you have a big win by the Saints last week, and then you have Aaron Rodgers going down with the collarbone injury. This line comes out. We're looking at, it was as high as 6, the Saints minus 6, back down to 5.5 right now. So when it was at 6, they were trying to tell us that Aaron Rodgers is a 12.5-point adjustment in the line. How much do you make an adjustment for Aaron Rodgers?
Probably about 9. 12.5 is too high. New Orleans is a team that we've wanted to bet on when they're at home, bet against them when they're on the road. In fact, they haven't had a winning road record in the last 5 years. You got to go back before that to see them winning on the road. And now they're going on the road and playing in a Green Bay site who's 58-16-1 straight up. And I look back, and Green Bay hasn't been a home dog of more than 3 points since 2011, and that was when they played Detroit. They were a +6 underdog, and they win that game straight up. So you've got a place, and keep in mind, Green Bay last week, they got their offensive linemen, 2 of their offensive linemen back. So you're making a major adjustment on this based on the quarterback. And Rodgers is great, no doubt about it. But they've been here before. We saw this a few years ago when Rodgers was out for a good portion of the season. I think this is a situation. I believe the Saints scored like 54 points or something last week. 52 points. So you got a team who normally doesn't perform well on the road. They're coming off a huge offensive explosion, and they're going up against a Green Bay team playing outdoors, a dome team playing outdoors. I just think it's, we've been handicapping for a long time. I don't know what his play is going to be, but for me, if you don't take Green Bay here, there's no way you could take the Saints.
Preston, I'll ask you the same question. What do you put the value on Aaron Rodgers, just a raw number?
Yeah, I don't value any quarterback in the league more than 7 points. So 9 for me, I even think is maybe high. And so the fact that we saw an adjustment of 12.5 points now from that look-ahead line is pretty nuts. I am on the Packers. I bet +6, +5.5s now are the flat, widely available line. That's fine. Bet it, bet money line. It's such an extreme number. And honestly, Brett Hundley, there's in preseason, I watch a lot of preseason. It's different than college football, where I do all my prep before I bet season win totals in college football, and I try to hit the season win totals early because I'm pretty sure my numbers are going to be good or close, and I'm going to beat some of the moves. In the NFL, I actually like to watch how the teams respond in preseason. People think that's maybe kind of strange, and I bet my NFL season win totals the week before the season starts. But I at least get an idea of how these new pieces are going to fit and mold with teams. And 2 years ago, the most impressive player that I saw in preseason was this guy named Dak Prescott, and we bet that Rookie of the Year bet. This preseason, there wasn't anything that really stood out to me as far as a rookie prop or anything, and I was trying to dig to find something I couldn't. But the one thing I said on another show I was doing, I guess 2 months back now, I said the most impressive quarterback I've seen is Brett Hundley of the Packers. Coincidentally, just said that before the year. So if trusting my, scouting ability in the NFL, he's not a bad quarterback. By the way, if Matt Flynn can do it, why can't Brett Hundley? He mentioned a couple of years ago we've seen other guys do this in McCarthy's offense at home in a great spot against the Saints. Hundley's going to be completely fine, I promise. He's a very talented quarterback. He also can move with his legs, similar to Rodgers, probably a little better than Rodgers. I really love the spot. The number's too high, and I think people are undervaluing Hundley actually as a quarterback in this system. And a week now to practice and actually know he's the starting quarterback instead of on the road in Minnesota against one of the best defenses in the NFL. It's just one of those, everything lines up, you have to fire, and it's a pretty big bet for me this week.
Yeah, I'm going to make it unanimous. And the thing about it with a quarterback when he comes in, that first week of the injury is always going to be the biggest adjustment because the public is going to overreact. The bookmakers know the public's going to overreact, so they're going to set it there. Now, the one thing that I will say with Aaron Rodgers is, and I probably agree with you, that nobody should be worth more than probably 7 points. But I'm going to kind of lean a little bit closer to Brian's number as we move forward, and here's why. The Packers don't have a good defense. when you have an injury to a quarterback, but you also have a good defense, that defense can help pick things up. Aaron Rodgers hid the deficiencies of this defense by keeping the offense on the field for long. How many times did he convert 3rd and longs? I mean, go back to the Dallas Cowboy game, when they were just trying to get field goal range, that 3rd and long, and he ends up making the big run out of it, extends it, keeps the drive going, and they end up get the game-winning touchdown instead of the game-tying field goal. When you get some 3 and outs, it's going to put more pressure on the defense. So moving forward, I think there's going to be more value of going against Green Bay. But for this first week, no. And the other thing is, Hundley came in last week. He came in without a game plan, okay? They didn't do it. They're going to have a game plan that's going to go to his strengths when he's in there this week. And the Saints really don't have any film on him because what he did coming in is not what they're going to run this week. They're going to gear it to what his strengths are. So I agree 100% with you guys. It's Green Bay. Take the points and yeah, the money lines.
It's like plus 205, plus 211. I think.
Little ballsy, but we'll go with it because.
Where you going to get Green Bay at home? I don't care who the quarterback is.
2-1.
2-1 underdog.
There you go. All right.
Team.
A bad defense.
Good stuff from Preston and Bryan. Guys, if you want to get $2 Tuesday, check it out. It's one of our best promotions. Each and every Tuesday, we pick one of the hottest cappers on the site, and we offer his best bet for just $2. If you've never tried WagerTalk before, there's no better time than to do it on $2 Tuesday. If you haven't tried that particular capper before, it's a great way to introduce yourself to that capper. Check it out each and every Tuesday at WagerTalk.com. And guys, hey, if you like these videos, how about hitting the thumbs up button on YouTube and subscribe to the channel? And while you're at it, go ahead and share the videos with your friends. Let's increase WagerTalk Nation. We appreciate you guys tuning in each and every week. Thanks. Good luck. We'll be back next week with more here at WagerTalk.com.